Welcome to Messy Christian Mamas. We are three Christian moms with a progressive mindset and loving hearts and minds. We are imperfect humans, but we're all loved in God's sight. At some point, we've all felt like the church and Christianity may not have been for us, but God isn't looking for perfection. He's just looking for you.
We are not experts in Christian theology, and we do not represent any particular Christian faith or church. We are simply here to be authentic, and we hope you join us on this journey.
Hello, and welcome back to Messy Christian Mamas. This is Kendra.
This is Kaylee.
And this is Ashley.
And we are talking all about how Lent and Easter went. Woo!
Yeah,
how it
fancy
went.
mics.
I know. We should have mentioned this, but yeah.
So professional.
This episode's going first, so.
Oh, this episode. Thank you. Sorry. Peek behind the curtain. So yeah, we have some better equipment in the room today and sounding a little bit more profesh.
We're comfy. We've got headphones on.
That's nice.
We are.
Delightful.
So, Lent and Easter. Lent, the 40 days leading up to Easter, and Easter. Easter's always a big celebration. Lent is like the trudge through, the wilderness to get there, I suppose. So, how'd you guys fare? Well, let's talk first about what did we talk about doing for Lent this year? Ashley's the safest one in the room.
Yes, mine was just adding that I was going to pray for someone every day. I did kind of fall behind there a little at the end, but for the most part kept up with that.
Okay, what grade do you give yourself?
I gave myself like a 92.
Oh, I like it.
Oh.
I like it.
That's nice. So like an A-. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, you danced in the corner, failed, so it's okay.
What were you going to give up?
I was gonna give it cussing, and God knows
That's right.
that did not happen.
That was silly.
That happened for like 4
What the
days.
hell were you thinking?
I know.
getting ready for oh, good.
I know. Just drop some F-bombs. No, I did good for like a few days, and then I did get better about not cussing while angry. Because cussing is such a part of my vernacular, anyway, it would be really hard for me to quit it completely.
Yeah.
I did get slightly better about when I lost my temper or when I was frustrated or angry to not, just start cussing profusely.
That's good.
So there was a slight, I did not walk a mile every day. March was God, this sounds so bad, and this is so not the point of Lent, but March was so freaking busy for us.
Yeah.
It was so hard. It's hard for me to keep a discipline anyway. I'm so bad about creating good habits. I don't go to the gym when I'm supposed to. I don't read my Bible. I don't pray. I don't remember to call back friends. I am terrible at good habits. And so I was really hoping Lent would motivate me, and it didn't, because I was just so busy that I just justified not doing.
Now, my gym New Year's
anything.
resolution, I've totally dropped out of that one. I actually tried to cancel the gym membership. I haven't been. I've been twice.
Why is it so hard?
Because their classes are all in the morning. They're for stay-at-home retired
why
people.
is it so hard to cancel a gym membership?
Oh,
it's
because
so hard.
I know. When I signed up for it, they didn't say it was however many months, but it's 12 months. So I could it's probably in the fine print. I just read it probably.
Well, nobody reads the terms and conditions. That's the biggest lie that everyone says is I've read the terms and conditions.
Right.
No, you have not.
So I could pay some big fee to get out of it. I was like, I might as well just keep it and maybe go someday.
Go when you can.
Yeah. Well, yours does have a pool, so that'll be nice in the summer. At least when you're off in the summer, you can probably go.
Yeah. True.
We'll see.
Anyway. Right.
So I give myself a D. Maybe not completely failing, but pretty gosh darn close. I'm definitely gonna have to repeat that class.
But God forgives you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely some Saturday school that needs to happen.
ISS.
Yeah, definitely lock me in a room by myself. That's the worst punishment for me, for sure. It's isolation.
So I tried the Catholic Lent, and I don't think I'll be doing that again. But I did it, and
No meat Fridays. I know your husband was like not all for.
you know what? He was actually pretty amenable to it.
Okay, good.
He did such a great job, and he cooked every Friday night. He'd figure out something to cook. He started making roasted cauliflower souvlaki, which is like the most delicious thing I may have ever had in my life.
What
Cauliflower,
is that?
like, you know what roasted cauliflower is?
Yeah.
And cauliflower absorbs so much flavor so quickly. So
Wait, what's the
souvlaki
something? Yeah.
is like, it's a Greek dish that has like dill and vinegar, like red wine vinegar, and the chicken, and then you put it in pitas, and you have it with tzatziki sauce, which is like a yogurt-based, like
It's
cucumber.
like an alternative
sauce.
to a gyro. It's like a type of
Okay.
gyro.
And then you
cool.
have like a mixture of feta and red onion and
It's
tomatoes.
just all the yummy stuff in
that
a
has
pita.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now I want
so
now
good.
I want
Right, I'm
souvlaki.
hungry.
I know, it's so good. It's so good.
Favorite.
I'm gonna have to have him bring that to some church events sometime. It was amazing.
Seriously.
Liv was really difficult about it. She was like, "Are you
Shocking.
kidding me? We have to do no meat again?"
You're getting it 6 days a week.
I know. I was like, "Save the animals for one day, for God's sake!" Like,
I'm really surprised that she was as ordinary as she was about it.
it was just a way to be difficult.
Well,
That's why.
yeah, I guess. Maybe I'm not as surprised.
Yeah, so we got through it, and I would give myself a really high score on that whole portion. I would say, you know, I had to do the weird fast you do as a Catholic on Ash Wednesday and then on Good Friday. Ash Wednesday went fine. You're supposed to have 2 meals individually that are not larger than a single meal.
I love how you say Ash Wednesday went fine. However, you were about to tear into that soup on Ash Wednesday.
yeah.
I've never seen someone look forward to soup so much.
But I did it.
In my life.
I did it. And I was like, this is not a full meal. I need more. And then on Good Friday, I went meatless on Good Friday as well, even though I let them off the hook, because technically, depending on where you read, like Maundy Thursday is kind of like the end of
It's so
Lent.
confusing.
Interesting.
Which is weird because it doesn't seem like it in the Lutheran Church. But anyway,
Right.
there's just like so many rules about everything everywhere, especially if it's Catholic stuff, you know? Catholic stuff's
They
full
like
of
their
rules.
rules.
They really do like those rules. R.I.P. Pope Francis.
Aw, I know, that was so sad.
You know.
He did do his last Easter.
I know, isn't that wild?
That's
He
so
did that.
crazy. I think he hung on for that.
Yeah. So anyway, Good Friday was a little more difficult, and I did it, but I did have an ice cream sandwich for dessert after I had my small meal for dinner, and I feel like that might have not been kosher there. I don't know. Maybe.
Well,
might be okay.
I mean, you weren't going by Jewish laws. You were going by Catholic.
That's
so you were
true. So there we
You were
go.
fine.
Copacetic. So.
Yeah. Sorry. You were totally good.
So yeah, I then I gave up TikTok.
You did.
I gave up
did
TikTok,
go.
and I did really well with that. I did go on TikTok once to buy my perfume, but I didn't know
I
like the
offered.
integrity of what I was doing was like not to peruse
You were
content
very
on TikTok.
purposeful.
So I'd still like probably say A- on that, just because of the whole going to buy the perfume. Not like absolutely perfect, but then I had the 40-40 group,
Which I feel like you rocked.
which I definitely kept up with it. I would get really behind on my readings toward the end. I was like, man, 40 days is a long time to do a daily devotion.
So bad at devotionals.
I was like, I usually am, but I was leading this group and I had to lead the group weekly about the devotion, so I still had to do it at some point.
Even when my phone like rings like 6 alarms at me to read it, I still am just like, no.
This one was also like really, the questions were really in depth, and the readings were like, I felt like a little bit longer too, so I don't know, this one was a lot, I would say, to take on. But I did it, and I walked 23 more miles than I would have walked. I had like 90 something miles over the course of the 40 days.
Nice.
So I was happy about that.
Your mom was so lovely in that group chat. Because
Aw.
even though I did not do it, I was in the group chat
Yeah.
for it, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I could always tell when something was happening because my phone would start buzzing like incessantly.
Going crazy.
And so I would go on there and I would catch up, and your mom posted some really lovely,
She really did.
lovely things in that group
So
chat.
did Barb.
So yeah,
posted
Barb
something.
had like a song recommendation for like pretty much, I think a good 60% of the
Yeah.
good song
That's
recommendations.
great.
So yeah, I felt like the community was really nice.
Yeah.
You know, whether or not you were at the meetings or.
I feel like that's definitely going to be something that's requested again next year.
Yeah, I think
For sure.
And Shelly and I both enjoyed doing it. So yeah, I would say overall, I'd give myself like a 95, maybe 96 overall. But
You guys are so.
I'm sorry, we're overachievers over here, Kaylee.
Right.
But I don't think I
Look,
would
I gave
do
up that
a
gift
Catholic-
People
Pleasing the Lord.
I'm like, I've established my boundaries.
I would not do a Catholic Lent again, though. I'm glad that I did it.
It's an experience.
It's an
for
experience.
sure.
And I might do like the week of, I might do like a meatless Friday for the Friday after Ash
I think
Wednesday.
everyone should do a meatless Friday every once in a while.
Yeah.
I don't eat red meat, so I'm all for it. You guys should definitely.
Oh,
do it.
yeah, I
Yeah.
eat red meat. I just had steak last week.
I love red meat.
I can eat ground beef like pretty okay, but I lived in England for 2 years during mad cow disease, so we never ate beef. So when I moved to the States, my body just like I can eat lamb pretty okay, but my body never really learned how to process like meat very well. So like if I have a steak, it takes me like I'm gonna be sick for like a couple of days.
Oh,
and my dad made
interesting.
prime rib a few years ago for Christmas, and it was so good. And as I'm eating it, he's looking at me like, "You're gonna die." I was like, I'll be fine. Like 2 days later, I was like my birthday, and I was laid up. I was in so much pain. It was way too much to process. So yeah. So
I did no red
I
meat
don't
for
do red
30
meat.
days. Like, I don't know, back in like 2017 or 18, I think it was. And I didn't feel any change in myself during that 30 days. But when I tried to eat red meat after that, I did not feel
Yeah,
good.
your body like I take beef organ capsules, so it's not like I don't eat red meat because like look guys, I like cows as much as rest of humanity does. That's not why I don't eat red meat. I don't eat red meat because I would love to have a steak. Like don't get me wrong, when I go to a steakhouse and I see people have steaks, I'm like that looks really really good. I wish I could have that. I'm gonna have salmon instead because I don't want to die. So.
I'm from the land of Omaha steaks.
Yeah,
And
I would be
it's
such
like-
a disappointment.
Like Tom Osborne, Cornhusker football,
Oh,
and
man.
steak are like a religion in Nebraska.
But
So
the thing is, like, my brother-in-law has Crohn's disease and eats, like, well, he's in remission for it. But he eats, like, a ribeye, and I'm like, dude, I don't think you're sick. He's like, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die happy. I feel you. I get it. All right, I understand.
So yeah, I think I did pretty well
No, you
overall.
guys did
I'm
pretty
happy that I
well.
did it.
So happy for you guys. So happy for
I'm
that.
happy that it's over.
Love that journey.
I have not gotten back on TikTok though. I'll tell you since then.
Oh.
I think once you establish those habits, like, it's a
Yeah.
little bit easier to...
And I think like I really enjoy TikTok when I'm on my Peloton. Because it just gives me like
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh.
Distraction.
Right, something to do.
I gave up TikTok, but then I got like really into like Facebook Reels, which is the exact same.
yeah, I
thing.
spend more time on Instagram.
Yeah.
Not like
Okay.
anywhere near the equivalent. Or
Well, I know
anything.
because I get like Reels from you.
Yeah.
I'll get comments. I'm like, oh, Kendra's on
I think I
Instagram.
wanted to start posting the most random things on TikTok because
You
I
should.
don't ever get any views at all. So like I just put whatever I want on there.
You should.
It's
You
like
know
the
what
most
videos
random.
I have been obsessed with? Now, again, this is on Facebook, not TikTok. The videos I have been obsessed. There's this woman who puts out a tray of like fruit and nuts for the birds in her backyard. I have been obsessed with these
that's
because she gets like
fun.
40 different types of birds and she like
Oh,
labels
wow.
all of them. I've become obsessed with these videos. They're like 10 minutes long. I literally will be like sitting there. It's like my moment of zen. Like I'll be at the office, I'll be like super stressed out. I'm like, where's the bird lady? I don't even like birds, but I just want to watch it.
Edge Garden has become my stress reliever.
Wait, what?
The Edge Garden.
Oh, yeah.
She has like such a common
She just
voice.
has such a, like a
Immediately turn that on.
very chill.
Do you guys know who Corey Asbury is? The Christian singer?
Yes.
Okay, so he did Reckless Love. Anyway, he is really, really funny on social media. I found him during Lent on Instagram, and he kind of borderline cusses. He uses God's name in vain. He is a little bit inappropriate. And I love seeing people who are a little more grounded that are in this space, because so many of them act so sanctimonious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how I feel about Jelly Roll.
Right?
Whenever I see Jelly Roll's videos, I'm like, this is much more
so this terrible
motivating than it is.
That Corey Asbury told was, if God can forgive Boaz, he can forgive Yoaz.
I just saw a video of a very conservative AME pastor doing a whole sermon on that. It was like, Boaz had some cousins, ladies. You need to watch out for these cousins. And it's been on social, it's been a meme on social media. But you can tell this is a little bit more of a conservative type church. And he was like, Noaz, and we'll beat your ass. And I was like, oh God.
There we go. What do we think about Easter? Did you guys have a good Easter?
Yeah. It was
did
weird.
have a good Easter.
Asher.
I was muted. Oops.
There you go.
How was your Easter, Ashley?
I did have a good Easter. Yeah. Even though I didn't have the kids with me this Easter, which usually, holidays they're pretty difficult when you don't have the kids. But I still went to the kids' celebration at our church, that extravaganza,
which was very helpful.
It was great. Just volunteered
really
my
sweet.
time, and that was so I enjoyed still being a part of those children's activities, even though I didn't have my own kids.
I bet Ingrid really appreciated having.
Yeah, I think because I wasn't trying to do double duty, so I was able to be helpful.
Yeah.
Anytime that there's adults there that don't have their own children,
able to
worry about.
Right.
2 of my preschoolers were there too, which I didn't expect, and it's so sweet to see.
We had a bunch of kids. I think we had over 50 kids come, which is a big group.
Great.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, we were
That's
estimating it as 40, 45.
That's a big group for us. Yeah, because we had some community.
People
from
we were thinking about the
community
service, I guess, afterward.
Oh, no. I'm not for the kids actually came for the egg hunt and did the cross and everything. Yeah, there was probably over 50, good over 50.
That was good.
It was a good group.
I got to do an Easter egg hunt with my kids the week before. We did a glow-in-the-dark Easter egg hunt.
Oh, fun.
So we put, tea lights inside the Easter eggs, and I put them out in the yard. Then we went for a golf cart ride, and we came back, and they were, lighting up the yard, and the kids went to go find them.
That's really
That's
awesome.
It was really
Ashley,
cool.
so creative.
And then, actual Easter day, went to church, and then went to my aunt's house, and we had a big extended family Easter lunch.
Oh, that's awesome.
Really
Your
great.
aunt here?
Yes,
Okay.
right down the street.
You made
That's
your
great.
macaroni and cheese.
I did make my mac and cheese. It was so good. All the leftovers are gone already.
I still cannot get over how much your sister looks now like your mom did.
Ashley doesn't see
I
it.
don't see that.
You don't
I know.
I don't
She
see
told me that on Sunday, and I was like, "You're kidding me."
they look like twins to me.
I know.
Yeah,
Kara's
I
gonna
don't
listen to
see it.
this and be like, "Excuse me."
I just don't see it.
I think it's hilarious how much. Okay, so backstory. So we have these old church directories at the church. We're doing a new one, and this is the first time the church has done a picture directory in
a decade.
In a decade. And so Ashley, because she's been at the church since she was very, very, very little, she's in these older directories. So we found the one from 1984 and 1988, and our music minister, David Beecher, who's the sweetest person on the planet, was where's wallowing families for me? That went to the church like that and continue to go to the church, which I just think is wonderful. That we're now on a third generation for
cool.
some of these families of being at the church. But there's the pictures of Ashley. I'm gonna end up putting them on Facebook so everybody can see. It is scary how much JJ and Sophia look like you.
Oh, yeah, it's funny.
It's when I saw the picture, the 1988 picture, I think is the one where Sophia really looks like you.
Yeah.
I think JJ looks more like
Lillian too. I feel like
I see Lillian.
So I definitely think Addie looks more like her dad.
Yeah,
but
poor ads. Because I was when I was saying this, I was like, oh, because I showed Addie, because Addie hadn't seen that picture, so I showed Addie was there, and I showed her, and she was like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy, and your daughter thinks that your sister looks like her mom.
I was gonna say Sophie too. She acts the most like me too when I was that age.
Oh, that's funny.
It was like
posing all the time.
it was so clear, but it was
Fashionista.
like. But I didn't see any of. I didn't see them.
Fashionista.
Oh yeah, so,
Yeah.
Very into fashion.
Well, I know she is. I feel like you're so like, I don't really care about that.
And I don't anymore.
Oh, I could tell them.
But
I could tell in the
so
pictures Ashley did because there was a method to that madness that was going on. I do think it's hilarious, like how much like they don't look anything like James or your sister though. Like I was looking at the picture and I could not see because usually you kind of see.
I feel like you and James look a lot alike, though.
Yeah.
I couldn't
we do.
really see. I couldn't really. But James is 3, I think, in the 1988
Oh yeah, he
directory.
He looked
so
very different.
Yeah.
he also had that like classic toddler bowl
The
cut.
bowl cut. Yep.
And was blonde, like a blondie.
Very, very
Blonde.
Yeah.
I know, which is weird because his hair is darker now, which I don't know. And little kids' genetics.
Yeah, my hair
confuse
used to
me.
be blonde too.
I know it's so weird how that happens. My hair's always been dark, but
Mine too. Well, how was y'all's Easter? Who's going next?
It was good. We did.
we were busy.
We did the egg hunt the day before, which was fun. So humid. I thought I was like, "Ooh, this is
Clue from
not my favorite weather."
Kendra led the music on Easter morning, and it was rocking.
Oh, thank you.
It was
we wanted it to
so
be
fun.
like
We had our,
big
like-
celebration.
Yes.
We had our little dance area.
We
We
did.
were having a great time. Robbie beat me out of the water dancing, but we were having ourselves a good time.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. I thought it was fun. We had a good time doing it, and the traditional service too. I went to the 11 o'clock, and music was beautiful over there as well.
I watched it for the
We did Easter baskets in the morning before we went to church. Easter basket, I should say.
Charlie's little Easter basket upstairs.
What?
I just remembered that my parents did text me on Easter and said, have Charlie go downstairs and get her Easter basket off her bed. And I still have not sent her down there to get it.
And you're like, oh, the Easter bunny was late.
So I guess you're doing it on Tuesday. Cool. Jesus.
It is what it is. It's a game
Whatever.
of survival.
She had a good time. That's all that matters.
So yeah, I think overall we had a good Easter. I had a
You went to
good
all the
long nap.
services. All the services. You went to Monday, Thursday, Good Friday.
Yeah. Oh, well, I was working a lot of those.
Yeah.
I was very tired when Sunday came, and then I woke up Monday thinking like, oh, I'm gonna feel like it's over. But I woke up Monday and was like, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything. And I had to go teach preschool on Easter Sunday. April, who runs our preschool, said, I will see you tomorrow. Just a reminder. I will see you tomorrow. And I was like, oh, do I have to?
I'm gonna need Easter candy at my desk in order to survive this. Just like a trail of Easter candy going to my preschool room to keep me.
But yeah, I had a good Easter. Yeah. How about you, Kate?
We had a good Easter. This was a weird one for us because normally the Pointex, Joyner, Ingrams are all together on major holidays. And this was the first year that I was the only one available this Easter. So my parents are on a cruise. They'll be on a cruise for the next week and a half. And they
That's a
left
long one.
Yeah, they were just 10 days. They left before Easter. They won't be back until May. And then so they were gone. And my mom is like the one who coordinates and orchestrates all this stuff, and then there's Courtney who will do it. I'm the lowest on the list usually when it comes to this stuff. So Courtney and Kelsey were both also working. They're nurses. So it just happened to be where they both were working this Easter as well. So I was like, I guess we're orphaned on Easter, no problem. But we have a wonderful, very sweet couple in our who runs our Sunday school group, Carol, who's a friend of the show, and George. And
I just love them so much.
They're wonderful.
When I tell
They make me
you,
so happy when I see
they're
them.
the sweetest
Yeah.
people. And
They really
they're-
are.
So their daughter's there. And their grandson.
Okay.
And so it was really nice to meet them and just see that dynamic.
Which daughter was it, Terry?
Yes.
Oh, I met her. She
Yeah,
was one of my
she
cousins.
said that. Yeah, she said she
I
had
liked
met
her
you.
a lot.
She was really sweet, and then their son, who goes to Georgia Tech, was there. And there was she had a couple of other friends that were there. So it was really nice that she adopted us for the day. We had a lovely dinner over there, and George has a very fun hobby where he has a model train, and it's not just like a model train, it's like a whole village that is built with this train, like
has its own room,
farmscapes and all of this stuff. And it was so funny because he was so excited that Charlotte was there, who would appreciate his hobby, because none of us cared.
I love that.
And I think it was like within 2 minutes of Charlotte finishing her dessert, he was like,
"Let's go see the train.
Do you want to go see the train?" And he was like, it was like a golden retriever. Like, he was so excited. And she was like, yeah. So they were down there, like, no joke, for like 45 minutes. Until Carol was like, Kaylee, they're never going to come back up unless you actually, like, physically go get her. Because I kept looking at my watch, like, we really have to keep going. Like, I feel like we're kind of overextending our time here. And she's like, he's not going to bring her up of his own will. So they came up and they had train conductor hats on. They took a picture of them.
That's so cute.
And it is so funny because Charlotte is getting so tall, and George is not the most tall person on the planet. And like, with the hair and the hat, like, she towers over in this picture. But it was nice. So we went home, and we just, for the rest of the day, we just kind of chilled and did laundry, and she spoke to my parents. We've had really bad reception with them on the ship, so she hasn't really been able to, like, talk to them face to face. So she had to they did voice messages back and forth, which I thought was hilarious.
That's cute.
So yeah,
Very cute.
It was very cute. We had a good time.
That's nice.
I love Easter.
We hope you all had a happy Easter as well.
Yep. I think that's it.
Should we end it with a prayer?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I already did
No.
it.
Oh, okay. She did. She did the next.
I already did it. You'll hear it next time.
The Lord be with you.
Also,
we know Kaylee ain't gonna do it.
Nope.
Father, thank you for taking us on this journey through the 40 days of Lent, and the beautiful celebration of the resurrection of your Son. We're here because of it all. We get to live the lives we're living because of that sacrifice that you gave us in him, through him. Father, thank you. Please help us to remember the sacrifice you've given us, and to remember, as we say in our church all the time, that we are Easter people, that we are forgiven and we are loved. We pray these things in your holy name, in the holy name of your Son, Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Messy Christian Mamas. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, and Instagram. Until next time, embrace the mess, share the love, and shine your light bright, my friends.